Best day trips from London for the ultimate city break. From dramatic cliffs and quaint English villages to Roman baths and the mystical Stonehenge. Here are the top easiest and best day trips from London. London is a world-class city, but some of England's most unique sights and experiences can be found a short train ride away. Whether you're looking for picturesque countryside, historic castles, charming villages, or dramatic coastlines, there's a wealth of unforgettable day trips within easy reach of the capital. From the dreaming spires of Oxford and the grandeur of Windsor Castle to the iconic white cliffs of Dover and the rolling hills of the Cotswolds, these destinations offer the perfect escape from the city's hustle and bustle. Discover the best day trips from London to experience some of the country's top things to do. 1. Windsor Castle. Located in West London, Windsor Castle is easily accessible by train, making it a convenient day trip from London. This 11th century attraction is the longest continuously occupied castle in Europe, boasting massive grounds, multiple tour options, and a cafe available on site. A must-see attraction within the castle walls is St. George's Chapel, which was built in the 14th century and is renowned for its stunning Gothic-style architecture. The chapel has been the site of numerous royal weddings, including Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's and Princess Eugenie and Jack Brooksbank's. How do you get to Windsor Castle from central London? The easiest way to get to Windsor Castle from London is by taking the train from Paddington Station or Waterloo. You can either catch the Elizabeth line from Paddington Station to Slough, or the Southwestern Railway line from Waterloo to Windsor and Eton Riverside. Both journeys take roughly 1 hour. 2. Stonehenge. Stonehenge is one of the most famous and mysterious prehistoric monuments in the world, and is cherished as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Stonehenge is a 5,000-year-old circular stone monument set in the rolling countryside of England, just 90 miles from central London. It is widely believed that the site was built by ancient Britons as a religious site and burial ground, but other, more outlandish theories exist, such as the idea that it was built by the wizard Merlin or that the rocks were transported there by extraterrestrial beings. How do you get to Stonehenge from central London? The fastest way to get from London to Stonehenge is by car, which takes around 2 hours. If you wish to catch the train, you will need to take the Southwestern Railway line from Waterloo to Salisbury, 1 hour 25 minutes. From there you can reach Stonehenge by bus. A dedicated hop-on, hop-off Stonehenge tour bus runs from Salisbury to the site. 3. Warner Bros. Studio Tour. Harry Potter fans will not want to miss this popular day trip from London. Fans of the series can visit the Warner Bros. Studio Leavesden, where all 8 Harry Potter movies were filmed. On display are the props, costumes, and sets like the Hogwarts Great Hall, the Gryffindor Common Room, and Dumbledore's office. Visitors can walk through Diagon Alley, take a picture with the purple triple-decker night bus, and even try a sip of butterbeer. Please note that you will need to book your studio visit in advance. How to reach the Warner Bros. Studio from London. A visit to the Warner Bros. Studio is a must for Harry Potter fans in London. The easiest way to get there is to book your entrance and tour ticket with a transfer included. If you wish to use public transport, you will need to travel from London Euston Station to Watford Junction and transfer to a bus service to reach the studios. 4. Bath. The city of Bath is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, renowned for its hot spring baths, making it an ideal destination for a relaxing day trip from London. The best things to do in Bath are to visit the Roman baths, which have been part of the city for 2,000 years. Although visitors can't enter the water at the Roman baths, the museum and architecture can transport you right back to when the Romans indulged in the mineral-rich waters. Bath is also the home of the famous British author Jane Austen. A visit to the Jane Austen Center provides a glimpse into what life in one of her novels would have been like, offering activities such as dressing up in 18th century garments, writing with quills, and enjoying high tea. How do you get to Bath from central London? The best way to reach Bath from London is via Paddington Station. Trains to Bath regularly depart from Paddington, and it only takes 1 hour and 15 minutes to arrive in the former Roman city. 5. Oxford. Oxford, the famous capital of Oxfordshire, is renowned for its historic university. If you're visiting Oxford on a day trip from London, consider taking a tour of the University of Oxford grounds. The University of Oxford is the oldest English-speaking university in the world, and still one of the most revered in the world. The largest of Oxford's colleges is Christ Church, which was founded by King Henry VIII in 1532. Author Lewis Carroll came to Christ Church to study in 1851, which is where he met the daughter of the college dean, Alice, who inspired his Alice's Adventures in Wonderland novels. How do you reach Oxford from London? The best way to travel between Oxford and London is to catch the Great Western Railway service from Paddington, which takes roughly an hour. For a more affordable option, consider the Oxford Tube, which operates 24/7 between the capital and Oxford. 6. Stratford-upon-Avon. Stratford-upon-Avon, or simply Stratford, is world famous as the birthplace of William Shakespeare and is a must-visit for fans of the poet and playwright. At the top of the list for day trippers is a visit to Shakespeare's birthplace, the 16th century house where the playwright was born, grew up, and lived with his wife Anne Hathaway. The wonderfully preserved home is filled with replica items from Shakespeare's time and pays tribute to his many plays as well. Once you've finished steeping in Shakespearean history, check out the many quaint riverside restaurants, markets, gardens, and cafes that Stratford has to offer. If you have time or plan to stay in Stratford overnight, consider attending a theater performance by the Royal Shakespeare Theatre. How to travel from London to Stratford-upon-Avon. To reach Stratford-upon-Avon, you will need to take a train from Marylebone Station to Leamington Spa. From there, you can catch another train to Stratford. The journey takes roughly 2.5 hours.
7. The Cotswolds.
The Cotswolds region in the English countryside is an immensely popular day trip from London, especially for British travelers seeking to escape the city. The area is dotted with quintessential British stone villages, making it a picturesque place to experience the quiet countryside. Many villages in this area are considered at the top of the list for prettiest English villages, including Bibury, Bourton-on-the-Water, known as the Venice of England, and Burford. You won't tire of going village to village, however, because each one has its own personality and offers different highlights and things to do. How to reach the Cotswolds from London. The best way to experience the Cotswolds from London is by car, so you have the flexibility to travel around the area easily. It takes between 2.5 hours to get there from the city. However, many direct trains also run from London Paddington Station to several towns on the edge of the Cotswolds, including Morton and Marsh, Kingham and Kemble. 8. The White Cliffs of Dover and Canterbury. The White Cliffs of Dover are one of England's most iconic natural landmarks. Located on the southeastern border of the country, these dazzling chalk cliffs drop off into the sparkling English Channel. On clear days, you can even see all the way across the Channel to France. Here, visitors can experience clifftop walks, explore a lighthouse, and see unique coastal flora and fauna. Nearby Canterbury is also worth a visit. The town is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, renowned for its stunning medieval architecture, rich history, and the magnificent Canterbury Cathedral. The narrow cobblestone alleyways have been traversed by pilgrims for nearly 1,000 years. How do you reach the White Cliffs of Dover from London? To reach the White Cliffs of Dover from London, take a direct train from London St. Pancras International or London Victoria to Dover Priory, about 1 hour 10 minutes. Then walk or take a short taxi ride to the cliffs. 9. Cambridge. Cambridge is another famous university city located a day's trip from London, home to the prestigious University of Cambridge, a friendly rival of the University of Oxford. Here, visitors can explore the university's impressive academic buildings and landmarks, while learning about its significance in English and European history. Another unmissable activity during a day trip from London to Cambridge is punting on the river. Cam punting is when a flat-bottomed boat is moved along a river by pushing a long pole against the riverbed. Due to the shallowness of the River Cam, which runs through Cambridge, punting was the preferred method of transporting cargo back in medieval times. Today, it's a great way to explore the city. How do you travel from London to Cambridge? The best way to get from London to Cambridge: take a direct train from London King's Cross or London Liverpool Street to Cambridge Station, with journeys taking about 50 minutes to 1 hour 15 minutes. 10. Bampton and Highclere Castle. A day trip from London that has become increasingly popular is to the village of Bampton and Highclere Castle, both of which have been made famous by the award-winning British television series Downton Abbey. The story follows the aristocratic Crawley family, including sassy matriarch Violet Crawley, played by Dame Maggie Smith. In the show Crawley Family, members reside in a massive estate in the English countryside, the real-life Highclere Castle, and spend time in Downton Village, the real-life village of Bampton. The Downton Abbey Church, where a key wedding takes place in the show, is actually Bampton's St. Mary's Church. How do you reach Highclere Castle from London? To reach Highclere Castle from London, take a train from London Paddington to Newbury, about 50 minutes. Then a short taxi ride, about 15 minutes to the castle. You will need a car to travel between Highclere and Brampton, which is why a guided visit with transfer might be the best option. 11. Seven Sisters in South Downs National Park. Another popular day trip from London for nature lovers is to the Seven Sisters Chalk Cliffs at South Downs National Park. Here, you can find a stretch of dramatic coastline, comprising 7 white peaks that can be distinctly seen from Flagstaff, Point or Burlingame viewpoints, which together form the Seven Sisters. Partway between London and South Downs National Park is Brighton, Sussex, which is a popular seaside escape for many Londoners and Brits in general. Brighton is renowned for being an open-minded and eclectic town with a substantial population of every group. It's home to attractions like the Brighton Palace Pier Boardwalk and Amusement Park, the beautiful Brighton Beach, and the massive Brighton Marina. How to get from London to the South Downs National Park. To reach the South Downs National Park from London, take a direct train from London Victoria or London Waterloo to towns such as Lewes, Petersfield, or Winchester. Journeys range from 1 to 1.5 hours, which provide easy access to the park's trails and villages.